Another defeat for Real Madrid here in the Champions League game against Manchester City. Manchester City winning 2-1, a goal from Matt O'Reilly and a goal from Erling Haaland. Real Madrid, Rodrygo breaking his streak of 30 plus games not scoring for Real Madrid. And yeah, another loss for Real Madrid. It's just, 8 games, 2 wins, 2 losses, and like 4 draws. Obviously as Real Madrid, with the players they have and everything around them, you should be thinking that they should be winning games. And since El Classico, for some reason, Madrid just has not been looking like Real Madrid. And there are many reasons why with that. But before we get into all that, let's just start with the starting 11. Finally, they played with a striker. Finally. I don't think they've started with a striker at all this season in La Liga, I want to believe. Maybe Gonzalo started one game, but besides that, no, it's always been Mbappe and Vini playing together. And then it would, on the right-hand side, it was a Franco earlier this season, or Brahim Diaz, or Arda Güler. It would just vary with that. And for this match, it was their best performance. One of their best performance they had this season. I think that's close with the Juve game that they had. And the Barca game. I think those 3 games were really strong. Madrid looked really strong in. And for me, Madrid should have won this match. It was just small, dumb, stupid mistakes. There's a reason why Madrid lost. Madrid, they were aggressive. They won the ball back. They were making sure City were playing on the wing and less pressuring in the middle, and Madrid, controlling it well. Of Carreras was amazing this match. This is why I don't like ratings on football. But Carreras is a 6.6. He was their best player. I hate foot mob ratings or ratings in general because it's improved. Carreras was Madrid's best player without a doubt. I really don't get that. And the only reason Madrid conceded 2 was mistakes. It was just clear cut mistakes. Rudiger, I don't know what he's doing. People are saying non-penalty or not. I don't care. It's not the first time I've seen Rudiger make a mistake like that, and I don't want I don't want that to happen. Especially that dropped Madrid's whole momentum of them letting the penalty in, and then also the mistake. Thibaut. You can even say Rudiger was involved with that as well, but Thibaut was able to keep the ball in his hand, and then Matt O'Reilly just slots it in. Madrid should have scored more. I think there were situations where they 100% could have. Vinny, got the ball back and was able to pass Rodrygo, missed that. Jude Bellingham with the chip, missed it. Vinicius Jr. with the volley, the side kick volley he had, missed it, open net. I know I'm missing one. Endrick header didn't have that. Or hit the crossbar. Madrid should have won this match, and they looked really strong and showed, they actually do care for the coach and actually want to win. It sucks when your team plays. It reminds you of El Classico last season, the Copa del Rey final. Madrid looked like the better team, and then next thing you know, they just go on to lose that. And this is what happened here. Madrid looked really strong this match, and then, but yeah, before Manchester City, Haaland scored the penalty. Never celebrates against Real Madrid. Always does his little walk that he always does. Doku was superb. He kept Madrid's defense wobbling. He was spectacular this match. Doku. Really strong there. Phil Foden wasn't really anything special. Cherki had his moments. Bernardo Silva, nothing crazy. Guardiola was probably their best defender. And Ruben Diaz, actually, they both were really strong in the back line. I think the only reason City won is because of their back line, really, and Doku. They looked really strong this game here. But yeah. Madrid only used 3 subs. They didn't have a lot. The one thing I didn't like was during the middle of the game, he made substitution for Arda. Made substitution he took out Gonzalo, put in Arda, put in Brahim, and I'm just like, why take out an attacking player? He put on, of course, Endrick towards the end of the game. I think he put on Endrick earlier around the Brahim or Arda situation. Maybe Madrid would have had more chances in goal. I don't know. You just put in Arda and Brahim, 2, technical players. I mean, I don't think they're players that are gonna get you a goal. Obviously, they're more like chance creators. When you take out your number one striker, that's gonna slim down your chances with that. So I was really confused about that substitution there. But Andrew got in. Even Gonzalo, you can see how, when Madrid would try to get the ball in the middle, they were there. Gonzalo was there, and then once Endrick got on, Endrick was there. That just shows they need more minutes. Gonzalo and Endrick need to play in this next Copa del Rey game. I want to see Xabi use a two striker formation and put them both in there because I think they're really they would do superb, man. And the key thing is Mbappe not playing. Kylian Mbappe was injured, um, and he didn't play at all. And people are saying he's the issue. I don't think that's the key issue for Real Madrid. Um, for me, it's Vini or Mbappe. I don't think they play well together. It's just I've always been saying that. So people are like, oh, Madrid looked way better. Mbappe not playing. Well, if you take out Vini and put Mbappe on the left and have Gonzalo or Endrick up top, I think Madrid would have been actually better because Mbappe's a better finisher and he's more of a goal scorer. Vini had chances and he just couldn't convert them. I think Mbappe would have been the player to convert that too. Um, but yeah, that's very much with that. My opinions around Madrid. It's a shame. I hate seeing they lost back to back games. They've been having a slump pretty much since El Clasico, really. It's just same things. It's always the same thing why they're losing. Substitutions, players not playing the hardest and how they should be, and it's just small mistakes. Substitutions, the lineups, players not wanting to play. It's just the same thing. So next game, Alaves, and then the Copa del Rey game against Talavera de la Reina, our third division team. Um, yeah, you need to go huge and win those games just for momentum, just for confidence, just to show you can win every game possible, not just certain games. And as of right now, it's not quite looking like that. So uh, it's just more of a disappointing loss. I wish Madrid won this game just for a momentum boost. Xavi's getting bashed. I like him, I really do as a manager, but it's everything. I hate blaming the manager, and it's definitely not his fault. But yeah, we'll see what happens from